This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at GDC 2016. To my immediate right is Tero Sarkinen, founder of Basemark. Welcome to the program, Tero.
Oh, thanks so much, Neil. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here because everyone's very excited about your latest work. So tell us about Basemark. What do you guys do?
So Basemark's a leading performance testing company. Performance is like how fast does the graphics go or how much power does it consume. And we are here at Crytek booth at the Game Developers Conference showing off our latest and greatest, which is called VR Score, which is an essential VR equipment and system testing tool.
So why is this so important for virtual reality? Why is this tool so important?
Well, you know, it's the old saying that latency kills, right, in gaming, but in VR, latency makes you really sick, you know. So basically, if your HMD and the system is not able to render consistently high-quality frames and there's latency, then people will feel nauseated. So basically that's why it's heavy-duty testing tools are needed so that the media can test the equipment and the HMDs and then report to the readers that, okay, this is a great HMD or this is a great piece of PC hardware.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the criteria you use to make the benchmark work?
Yes, so basically we partnered with Crytek. We wanted to use a real-world game engine so that the test workload is very relevant to gamers out there. And Crytek team also did the test content, which is called Sky Harbor, and we are showing it off here as an entertainment mode. And basically, we put your PC through a series of ever-increasing graphics workloads, and then we measure that, okay, can you render consistently 60 frames a second, 75 per second, or 90 frames a second, as requested by the HMD.
Why is it important to use a real game engine? Is it always using a real game engine, or is there an alternative to that?
Well, there's a couple of approaches. I mean, you could build a synthetic, just do something in-house, whip up your own graphics and just use that. But that's not very relevant for gamers because gamers don't play synthetic; they play real games. So that's why we are using real-world game engine.
Wonderful. So why Crytek? I mean, there are different engines in the market. Was there a competitive advantage with going with CryEngine?
Definitely. We evaluated all the main players, and Crytek was hands down the best alternative, especially for VR, because of their technology leadership. Their engine supports all the latest and is the fastest in the market, and that's exactly what we needed. Yep.
Okay, very good. Now, there are tools put out by the vendors, okay? I mean, I don't have to name the vendors, but they have their own independent ways of rating performance for their head-mounted displays.
Right.
What makes Basemark unique? Why is Basemark important?
Yeah. Well, of course, if you have a vendor who comes up with a test, so to speak, of course they're going to make that test maybe so that it shows their own product in the best possible light. So Basemark is an independent company that has produced an independent benchmarking software that then is dependable. I mean, we are not leaning to one way or the other. So we are together. Our mission is really to help the consumers to get objective information.
Now, what about hardware requirements? Now, the vendors have been recommending certain levels of graphics cards, certain level of CPU. Yeah. Do you find that your benchmark is showing differences in what they're recommending?
For sure, because it's not so simple that you could have just one type of graphics card and that's it. No, because it depends. Because the games have different level of graphics and effects that they use. And you have different HMDs. Some require a higher refresh rate, and some have higher amount of total pixels that you need to render. So there's no one simple answer, except that VR Score, you can, when it's ready, just download it, run it, and it will tell exactly for your PC what level of graphics it can handle with the various different HMDs out there.
Now, is VR Score readily available now? Is it something that you purchase? How does it work?
It's available now to corporate customers under our early access program, and the consumer version will be launched in June.
And is it specific vendors that it supports? And when I mean like certain brand names, or are you looking to cover as many brands as possible?
Well, yeah, we are already now supporting HTC Vive and Oculus Rift and OS VR, and we are probably adding then support for some others as well before the launch. But anyways, we try to make it open API so that then in the end we could support pretty much everything.
Wonderful. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. Not that I haven't put you on the spot. We're proud, of course, that Basemark joined the Immersive Technology Alliance. Why did you do it?
Well, because we are a benchmark company, we have a certain influence and position in the market because our product is used by the thousands of review sites to tell which technology is better than the other. So we want to be also working with the standards and central bodies of the industry, but we have to be very careful to where we join because of our position and sort of the implication it has. So we evaluated the various other consortiums and bodies out there, and we certainly found the ITA being the most high quality, the central body there, and we are really proud members of ITA now.
I could listen to him all day. I'm going to just play this on a loop over and over and over again. Thank you so much for joining us. Honor to have you in the Alliance, and congratulations on your launch.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at GDC 2016. We will, of course, be back with more. Thank you for watching.
Bye.